We live.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the mutants and meta-humans of all ages, shapes, and sizes. It is time for the most spoilerific show on YouTube. And if you have any requests for any topic, leave a comment down below. Whatever with your YouTube and YouTube bust, it's your boy Triple Cup Chuck and I'm up. And you're tuning in to the Rock Vibration Podcast where we talk about Marvel, DC, comic books, anime, video games, TV shows, and more. Welcome to our humble LeBeau. Let's go. Man, first up, let's go ahead and get to the special guest which he starting to become more of a normal guest now. What's good with it, Stu P, man? What's happening with it, homie?
Stu P's in the house. Let's get ready to rumble. Big up to the room. Big up. Thanks for having me again. Hear the crowd go wild.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. So, man, what's been good with it, Stu? What games have you been playing recently?
Normally, I'll be the same games: Apex Legend and Call of Duty. I'm a shooter by heart. I tried the new Minecraft game. Wasn't bad, but wasn't my style.
I knew it. I told people that, but I don't know if they believe me. But I said it.
It wasn't bad. I probably need to play with some friends, and then I'll probably like it more. But apart from that, normal Apex Legend, Call of Duty.
Man, Stu, why you try the new Battlefield? You know they just added some new maps on there today.
To which game?
The Battlefield 5.
That means I might have to go back and get EA access again.
I have Battlefield 5. But the problem with Battlefield is that when you jump from one shooter to the other, it sometimes affects you in the other shooter that you prefer to play. But I'll try Battlefield 5 again. I'll try it. I have it. I'm a shooter. All my games are based upon shooting. That's why I got the Elite controller.
Hey, and with the Elite controller, how you use the triggers that's on to the bottom.
I use two.
You use two.
I use for slide and reload.
Slide and reload.
Yeah, slide and reload.
Yeah. I think I had mine on the left side. I had my one of the left paddles was the reload and the duck down, and on the right paddle I had one was the jump, and I had another one to do. It was I had it like that. Where the only thing that I was using was the triggers and the paddles. Where I was just going like that.
No, yeah, it's good because then you don't have to be taking your hand off the analog stick. I tend to use the tall analog stick and the short one. That's what I use. I use the tall stick and the short one. But trust me, I love it. I love it.
That's what's up. That's what's up right there. But say, Stu, man, whenever you want to, because there's gonna be a big update that you're gonna have to get on that Battlefield.
Yeah, I'll try downloading it tonight when I go to bed. Leave the Xbox on and have it downloading it.
Yeah, that way we can hop on some Battlefield. You know what I'm saying? We get some shooting in. Me and Chaos had got in there last time. He got almost half the kills for the whole team. Running the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do something. We're gonna do something real soon. But seeing about Chaos on that Battlefield, man. What's good with it, Chaos?
God, motherfuckers, what's good?
In here, huh?
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man. I'm just chilling, doing my own thing, doing a little gaming, watching a little, getting my little superhero shows up, catch up doing. You know I screwed that whole sentence, subject, whatever you want to call it, up royally, but fuck y'all.
Yeah, it's up. So what shows have you been catching up on?
Man, I just think the latest episode of Stargirl, probably the best episode yet.
Oh, episode 3?
Yeah, and actually kind of hits home. If we talk about it later during the podcast, I'll tell you what DC did, what they took out of Marvel books. But But I guess we can get
We'll
into
dive
that
into
later.
that.
Yeah, but I've been mainly on the Civilization 6, man, for what games I've been playing. I've been playing that game like crack. I play a little bit of GTA today, slightly bit, but I've basically been on that Civ 6 trying to conquer the world. Cause I go for a domination victory or a science victory. Fuck the other ones. I want bloodshed. That's just type of a chaotic motherfucker I am.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. So what up with it, Flip? What's good with it, the flip money, man? What's down with it?
Man, ain't nothing. Just chilling with my with one of the guests, aka Baby Cody. You know how it is. You know.
Oh,
Bruh.
you gonna turn your laptop off, throw it against the
Mm-hmm.
wall, and
Yeah,
take
man.
that out while doing it.
You got to scrap her. You got to scrap her to the wall with a bottle, cause if she get
Uh,
to it, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Hmm.
She get to it, it's a wrap.
so what's good with it, Flip? Since you've been on that Cody, what's been on the playlist?
Um. Oh no, I just got on there to see what is what. I ain't really see nothing good that was on there. I just stick with playing certain games or whatever. Playing the last game I played. Let's see. I logged in on GTA so I can get my 500,000. Of course, always gotta get that. Thank you, Microsoft, for sending that to me. Good looking. Um, was playing World War Z, hoping to get right back into that later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? If
Hey, that's the
Genie's
game
still
that y'all
around.
be telling me about, but I don't know why. To me, I haven't tried it yet. But from what I'm hearing, that is like from what I'm gathering from that game, because you got to find a server to join. Once you get on the server that you join, you got to do all this resource hunting, and you got to eat, and probably got to use the bathroom and shit and stuff too. That's pretty much the basis
Well,
of the game, huh?
yeah. Yeah, you do need resources. You do got to constantly find yourself food and find yourself a base or whatever to build or whatever. But the only thing about it is you just got to remember what server you on. I got to look that up and see how you go back into the same server, which you may build your base on.
Right, right. A lot of times from those games, you just gotta remember the server that you was on. I mean, there's no easy way around it. At least from what I have experienced in the past, But once you go to the same server so often, you start when you see it, you know which one is yours.
Mm-hmm.
But at the first while, you're gonna start on one server, then all of a sudden you're gonna go to another server and think that's the server that you was on and can't figure out where your shit at, and then you go try to figure out. Then you want to play with your friends and kind of find out they're on a whole nother server. So you sacrifice everything that you had to say, fuck it, you're gonna start over on that server and try to build up. Yeah, I'd have been there. I'd have been there, Flip. I'd have been there. But say Flip. Man, what's good, man? You heard about that news about the PlayStation event is not being shown there, or they decided to pull it back. Well, what reasons you think that's a good look, or that's a bad situation? Because the ponies is going to defend it, and the Xbox is going to clown it. So I want to know about your personal opinion. What do you think? Was that a good move, or why do you think that Sony pulled back from the event?
Well, I mean, if you sit back, you really look at it for a bragging right or whatever. For a bragging right, yeah. For the Xbox, yeah. We can pick. They get picked on or whatever. I guess for the Sony, of course, they're gonna damage control, but I don't know. Maybe it's because of what's going on today in the world and all that other stuff. Maybe that's why they decided to do it, or maybe just because it's plain and simple. You don't have to be a scientist or anything to figure it out. Maybe because they have nothing to show.
Oh,
See, right about now, at first I was just thinking, well, maybe just because what's going on, and they try to have an event, no one is going to care about the event. But see, Microsoft is in a good position. So if they show anything else, people will still come watch it because Microsoft had already done, start off their E3 or whatever.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. They probably just don't got nothing to show, really.
They'll
That's
have
what I
nothing
think.
and pulling up and using the event, and I mean pulling the event back and try to say, well, we ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, put it out right now because it's not good timing, but it get them chance to all the little stuff they was probably gonna show. They're gonna be able to pull that back and the stuff that they were gonna show in the future and make it actually a good event. So it might actually work in their favor on the cool people they had that show. So say Chaos, do you feel the same way?
Fuck no. Look, I ain't about to be on no Sony. Holy fuck! What the hell? Oh wait, yeah, shit fucked up. But yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hear you.
All right,
Yes, again.
my thing doesn't show how it's moving, so I thought something messed up. But honestly, I ain't gonna be on no Sony hate train. But honestly, I feel like they did the right thing. It's not the right time to do it while everybody's going crazy and running amok. Um, honestly, to me, what Flip said, they have nothing to show, so they postponing it. Honestly, I don't feel like that's the case because if they ain't gonna have nothing to show now, they ain't gonna have nothing to show later. Nothing. The timing to me doesn't really change. What they show, I feel like they already had the game plan, but I think it was the right thing to do.
Oh, so you thought it was okay. I can respect that. So, Stu, you think that was the right thing to do, or you think that was a strategic move because they ain't had shit to show?
Hell no, it wasn't the right thing to do. I feel that, life throw your lime to make lemonade. They know that the show weak, and because of that, they say, okay, let's put it back some more. Because remember, they had this magazine that came out the other day with 38 new PS5 games. And of the 38, almost 35 of them were multiplayer. Did you see that? That magazine that shows 38 PlayStation 5 games coming in the future? All of them
I
was
mean,
multiplayer.
Microsoft did the same thing with their own show not too long ago. So
Yes, but then remember, Microsoft got heavily criticized for that fact. So they don't want to do the same thing as Microsoft. But what they're going to show, God of War not coming out for the next 2 to 3 years. Spider-Man not coming out for the next 2 years. They're going to show Resogun 2, and Killzone 6, and Gran Turismo. Right? That's what they're going to start off with. Nobody wants to see a car game. Nobody wants to see Killzone. Killzone flopped so many times.
you said a car game,
Yeah. Nobody wants to see a car game.
so nobody
Nobody
Well,
wants
wants
to.
to see
not
You
from
Killzone.
said a
Sony.
card or a car, like driving car.
Driving game. Nobody
So
wants to see a
nobody
driving
wants to
game.
see Forza.
No, nobody don't
I
want
don't
to
know.
see
They got.
Forza. Everybody know that
Stupid
Forza is coming.
crazy.
I
Listen,
think
listen,
you a
listen,
neat.
listen,
I don't know.
I think you a
listen,
minority for that one, G.
listen. Look here. Look at this. Right? And I don't want to see Forza. Right?
You,
Look at my screen.
you,
Look at my screen.
you don't want to see Forza.
All right. Look at my screen. And I don't want to
Yeah.
see Forza.
I
Right?
mean, I don't give a fuck about your screen. To be
Right?
straight
No,
dead
no.
honest with
No,
you,
no, no. What I'm showing you that I am a driving fan. Right? That's why I'm showing you this. I'm a driving fan. Right?
you must not be
And
a true one if you don't want to see a driving game.
right? And Forza is not high on my list to be seen. Because everybody know that a Forza is coming. Everybody know that a Gran Turismo is coming.
Yeah,
They don't want to
everybody knows
see
that a Madden is coming, but everybody wants to know what's going to be in the next game.
well,
Same
anybody
thing
who's
with
looking
Forza.
Madden the same game every year. Madden
Yeah,
is the same Madden every year.
but people still come in and waiting to see. That's why a lot of people were bummed that EA postponed their little Madden reveal thing because of the thing. They were frustrated.
But trust me,
People still
what
want
they
to
have to
see it.
show. Let me continue to finish. What they have to show. Horizon Zero Dawn?
And with the Last of Us, that's another game that Sonic gonna show on their stage, right?
No, but The Last of Us is for The Last of Us Part 2.
Right.
No, but they just show The Last of Us. They should just show 18 minutes of gameplay for The Last of Us.
Hey, and
You
then I
see?
did hear something about the Avengers game. I mean, you gotta think about it. They're gonna show multiplayer, so we're gonna have stuff
Yeah,
like the Avengers.
yeah, but then everybody expect multiplatch. When you say multiplatch now, everybody knows coming on every system, right? They want to see what you're bringing, and when it's coming out. And nobody wants to wait 5 years anymore. But I thought they delayed it. And how you know that they delayed it is that, let's say, if they said that, okay, we're not going to show the show on the 4th of June, we're going to put it back for 2 weeks, right? But they didn't give you a pushback date, right? So that same show will come in July after Microsoft show. I'm having bets out. I'm betting a game. Anybody who want to bet me a game, that Sony show, it will be postponed until after Microsoft show.
Hey, say Stu, that make a good point because you know what the say y'all be out the checkmate piece is that
Mm.
price drop. Everybody trying to say Microsoft trying to wait till Sony announce their price and Sony trying to wait till Microsoft. So if Sony pushed their event back after Microsoft, knowing that Microsoft wanted Sony to go first because that's gonna be the time that Sony would have to announce their price.
Right.
But here's
Every,
here's the thing. Here's the thing though, is
Yeah.
that when I wouldn't take Stu up on that bet because Microsoft always loves to be the one going first. So
Yeah,
no,
them
they didn't
you
want to
being
go
first is
first this
only
time.
going second would not surprise me at all.
yeah,
They
but
didn't
the
I
want to
don't
price
go
think that
first
would
price
this
gonna
affect.
be
time.
different. I think the
But
price
I
gonna be
don't think
different.
I don't not for Microsoft. I think they're gonna have a set tone no matter what it
Uh-uh.
is.
I think see on Sony, see that's how I'm looking at it. Last generation, Microsoft and Sony was supposed to come out at $500.
Mm.
Microsoft came out them, and when they announced $500 with the Connect, they got booed. Sony came right behind them and dropped the price and said 400, and didn't mention
Right.
shit about their eye or whatever this shit called. So
Didn't.
now Microsoft will learn they lesson. You only like Mufasa when he hit Simba. Not Mufasa when the monkey hit Simba on top of the head, and then
Yeah.
the second time he swung, he ducked. So
But
simple.
here's the thing:
Microsoft got hit before already. They can't get hit again.
the simplest problems have the simplest solutions. If they're afraid of that, the only thing they have to do is just not say the price. That's the only thing they got to do. Is not say the
No,
price during their
nobody
show.
is going to set the price. Nobody's saying the price. No,
I still think
nobody's been saying the
Microsoft is going to
price.
do it.
Do what? Set the price?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I think they already have the price in mind, regardless of what Sony doing. So, man, look, Microsoft's been
Everybody
playing
have
all the right. Microsoft's been playing all the right cards so
everybody have the
far.
price.
So, whatever
Everybody have
that
the price
price
set.
is, I guarantee they have a card for it. I'm telling you. Don't underestimate what they're gonna do.
Everybody have the price set already. Right? Sony doesn't have anything to take out
Sony
the box this
Sony
time.
ain't gonna say $300 for Microsoft say $400. No damn well they ain't gonna do that.
They ain't gonna go that low.
They definitely won't even go I
I
don't
mean,
even think they
what
definitely
about
go
the shit?
$400.
Microsoft was gonna go $500, but they say if Sony go 400, they gonna go 400.
But
All
this
right.
is the
Yeah,
thing though. But here's the thing though. That's gonna be more worth it because Xbox is gonna be the better console.
Okay. If you're going to build a PC, let me just this is to the price. If you're going to build a PC with the same specs as Sony PlayStation 5, right? With an RTX 5700 XT, that's a $420 video
Stoopy,
card.
put your mouth to the mic. You sound far,
Sorry,
a little far.
sorry. So you're building a PC like can you hear me now? Am I clearer?
Yeah, you clear,
Yeah.
but you just sound far.
Oh, it's so. So let's say you're going to use you're going to build a PC. I'm using some Sennheisers and I don't know what's happening. And if you're going to build a PC, a AMD PC, right, a 3600 processor, a 5700 XT video card, a motherboard, a case, all of that's adding up to $1,650 to get that same power as a PS5. right?
Right.
Realistically, I know that this company would love to be able to sell for $600, but nobody not going to buy for $600. I don't see it dropping lower than five. Try and build a PC with those specs, and you realize that it's not dropping any lower than five,
I mean, this
right?
is coming from the same dude that said the Xbox is going to be $600.
I said $600 originally, and I wouldn't
Yeah,
do it
he
for
did.
$600. I
This
wouldn't.
is what I think is going to happen. Sony already consoles already set at $500. They're not going down to four. Microsoft either going to have their console at $500, $500 with Sony, or they could go down to four. They
That's
did it with the
what the exact
360.
same thing
The
I'm
three
saying.
the 360 cost to make that thing was close to what, $600 to make the 360. What did they sold
Right.
that thing at? They sold that thing at $399. Microsoft can afford it. Everything is up in Microsoft's favor right now. They stocked this up with Game Pass, Ultimate, and all that stuff.
It
They're
don't
making
matter
their
because
money.
Xbox made it back with Xbox Live Gold.
Right,
They
that's
made
what
that
I'm
money
saying.
right back.
Right.
I
That's what
mean,
they're trying to say. They'll make the money back with gold or with
hmm
something else. But let's be
yeah,
hmm
honest.
but you got to think about it with Xbox. If they come out and say $500, it won't have the same effect if they'll wait till after Sony come out and say $500 and then they say 400. So if they come straight out and say 400 and Sony come behind them and say 500, it ain't gonna have the same effect. Which if Microsoft come out second with a lower price, but if they come
But
out
I don't
first,
think they would do that. I don't think they'd do that. To be
I
honest
mean,
with you, I really don't think they would.
If Microsoft coming, if it was $500, I could see them wait for Sony to come out first. Now, if it's 400, if it's cheaper, they gonna wait till after Sony announce. So if it's if it's $500, I think they're gonna wait for Sony to announce first. But if it's cheaper, they're gonna go ahead and announce because because that way, if Sony come out cheaper, they want to make sure that they ain't gonna be stuck saying 500 again. But if it's $400, I think they'll go ahead and announce it.
Yeah.
The only way that I really see that Microsoft really waits for Sony is if that console costs more than the price that they're going to be selling it for, and they're just trying to get the best bang of their buck. That's it. Other than that, mm-mm. Like if the Xbox costs $600 to make, and they wanna wait to see what Sony say. So if they say 500, they can say 500. Or if they say 400, they can say 400. But they really want to go 500 to get the best bang of their buck. That's the only
Yeah,
way I can see them.
If Microsoft says 600, Sony saying 600. I'm telling you that. Let's
No,
not
I'm
be
saying
funny.
600.
I don't see
I'm
that.
saying 600. I'm saying 600 as if it costs to make the console, not
I
them
know that.
saying, "Oh, okay."
I know
Just
that.
wanted
But
to clarify.
that console is realistically when the original Xbox came out, it cost Microsoft $800 to make, and they sold it for like $400 at the time. They were operating at a huge loss to break into the market. And I think that they're going to operate at a huge loss again to get back mind share.
Scared money don't make no money.
But how is this scared money now?
I didn't say it was scared money. I just said scared money don't make no money.
Oh, but
You have to take, basically, I'm trying to say you have to take risk.
yeah.
And
I
that's
mean,
what they did, and it paid off.
but yeah, but the future will tell. I think me personally, I think it's a strategic move that Sony is making because they is not an American company, even though everything they base is still in Japan, and I still feel like the stuff that we have going on don't directly affect Sony PlayStation because the United States is not their biggest market. Their biggest market is, their first market, what I should say, is Japan.
their primary
So,
market, right?
right. So I think that they move
Nah,
is more strategic than anything.
Chuck.
Yeah.
They big market is the United States. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is because we buy more stuff than any place in the world. Their
But
biggest market is
I don't
that.
mean biggest market. It's would it be a word for like Sony would be considered their most important market, who they cater to. You know, they make they games that they put out first for, and then turn around and then give the Americans the hand me downs with the fake voiceovers and stuff like that that don't be halfway done. See those
That
type of
depends
deals.
on that depends on what type of game that they're making. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what type of game they're making. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people over here that unfortunately are into some of them type of games that they be making. I'm not, but there are people over here that's into that. How Sony do that is by being in more region, just in case if it doesn't work like it wasn't work in America. At least they got it out there in more region where it will make money or whatever.
Right, right. Okay, that makes sense, but I still say they focus is not like Xbox focus is all you know what I'm saying, is America, right? That's they everything revolves around in America. What I'm saying with PlayStation, they if something happened in America, they don't automatically or goes for a shift change for them. So they stuff that they the reason they're bringing it didn't bring out the conference right now. For me, it just felt like it had to be strategic. So it had more to do with the timing of what they trying to put out, and they don't have all the stuff that they need to put out anyway. So they gotta prolong it as much as they can because every game they had was always a delay. Everything, but all the first person game first not first person game, the stuff that came from their first person studios is the ones that actually push the stuff out the way and always a delay, always a delay. I mean, name one game that wasn't a delay. So this is just to me, it's they normal. That's why I say it's a team. Now, if this was their first time something being pushed back or it don't happen that often, then I could kind of chalk it up to maybe they did it for the cause. But in this case scenario, it happens all the time. So they can't get nothing from me more than to say that they scheming and scamming. But scheming and scamming ain't things changing up. Let's change up the subject to something else just a little bit more left field. Hey, I want to ask y'all a question. Now, I know everybody heard about the news about Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose is no longer. It was she basically what they were saying that the role was too strenuous for her, but she couldn't commit to doing a full season. That's why she gracefully had to bow out. And from what I was saying, CW and the writers, it was a mutual agreement, and they already had a strategic plan in place, knowing that it'll be kind of awkward to recast the person. That you have one season of Ruby Rose looking like Batwoman with tattoos here and there, and then now she no longer had a tattoo. So, for what I'm hearing is what they're doing is they're going the route of Batwoman where it was multiple bad women, not just Ruby Rose as Sandra Kane. It was multiple ones. So, what do y'all think about the CW is going that route, or what y'all like to think they should just take it the classical route and just replace Ruby Rose?
Hey, first I want to say, I think someone doing a Darth Vader in the mic right now.
Stupid.
No, that's not me. That's not me. Sorry. Not on my mic. Oh, is it? Yeah. No, but Ruby Rose, she's not bad looking. I like her. I was looking at a picture of her and she, but they're saying, remember the girl who played the black girl in the new black? Orange is the new black.
The black girl that was in the orange and black.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where Ruby Rose.
Pussy. The little one, the petite black girl, the one who the guard strangled.
The one with the shaved head.
Yes, the one with the
the one that died. The one that died.
Yeah, the one that died. Right.
Oh yeah, man. The fan favorite.
Right. They're having her like they're thinking about using her. When you guys
bad.
think about a black girl.
Hey, that'd be something to be pulling two actors out the Orange is the New Black to portray the role of Batwoman, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there will be a different take on it. But how would they explain that, Stu? In the storyline? Would there be something that just just saying on it while this was going on, they had a whole separate bad woman doing some other type of stuff. That's why it was.
They just continue like nothing happened. They just continue like nothing happened.
What about a flashpoint? You think a flashpoint to help it out?
Nah,
Too complicated.
I agree with Stu. Just continue it on like nothing happened. Just switch it. That's all. Fuck it. Keep moving.
Yeah. Keep
Then you're
moving.
gonna try too much. You're gonna try too much to do it.
But they do it in TV shows all the time.
Yeah, but with a black woman, from a white woman to a black woman, that's kind of a hard pill to swallow.
I ain't saying do a black female. I'm just saying this switch it with another character. I ain't gonna say like black.
Who said it was the girl out the Orange Is the New Black?
That's they're thinking about.
The bald headed girl, the one that the lesbian.
Yeah, she could still be his daughter. She could still be the commissioner's daughter. It doesn't matter, right? But let me just stick up in there. What you guys think about Blackify and the superhero? If there was a black Superman, a black Clark Kent, would you have a problem with it?
I mean, there's already a black Superman.
There already is
a black
in the
Superman,
comic book.
But I would have
There
a
already
problem
is
with
one in
black
the
Clark
comic
Kent.
book.
Hey, I would have a problem with a black Clark Kent though.
A black Clark Kent they're talking about.
That one. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
I wouldn't want Clark Kent.
I wouldn't want him to be known as Clark Kent, even though it is one in the comic book already. But I would just like, I mean, he gonna grow up in. I mean, in a project, I don't know, like. I mean, in the comic book, no, it wasn't like that. But
you have black people who have farms. You have black people with farms in Nebraska. White people don't.
I mean, there's black people on farms in a lot of places. So
I mean, why he can't be adopted by a white family?
That could work. Hey, it happens though. That could work. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, no, even worse. What if they did a black version of the Red Sun?
I want to see that. I would rather see that one. That makes a lot of sense. Red Sun Superman, why he's so aggressive or whatever, because the way he was brought up. I would love to see that.
No, but I wouldn't want him to be black because that plays to the nature of we having high testosterone levels. That's why we're so aggressive.
Not really, because it depends on like think about it.
No, he wouldn't be from Africa. He'll be a black.
Yeah, he wouldn't be from Africa. He'd be a dude. He'd be a regular black dude that grew up by a good, wholesome family that had, good morals and everything. Yeah, everything, all that, the whole shebang bang. It ain't like he gonna be in the hood.
No, he's gonna be the Red Sun version where he was Russian. Where he was with the
Soviet Union. Crashed in Russia. And he still had the same value, but he's from Russia.
But black.
Little girl, bugging out.
Nah, but I think Africa would be more suited to if they did a black Superman. What the black Superman name was? Calvin or it was something.
Man, Zod, not Kal-El, but Zod L.
I know. I just can't. I don't know.
I can't. I'll be butchering the crap out of them Kryptonian names. I can't pronounce half some Kryptonian names. I hate them.
Yeah. So you had the Kryptonians. So what about Batwoman? You I know you're not a fan of Ruby Rose, but is you a fan of them just altering the story by just adding another Batwoman into the story and just continuing on with a whole different thing? Or you going like how you were saying, just grab another person and just keep the story going.
Grab another person to keep the story going with. I don't care, but if you're going at me, my honest opinion, just grab another person and keep it going.
Damn, but why you want the creativity of them trying to have two bad women at the same time? I think that's more comic book accurate for me. It's got to be.
They can have that. I mean, they can do that too. It can be bring it another one. I mean, I don't care. I don't watch the show, so I don't care.
Yeah, I know you don't care. Matter of fact, Chaos, he got to have my back then. Man, was good. Chaos, would you on Team Chuck? Where they should have two bad women?
Honestly, they already done fucked up the show, so it's like.
You like so fucking well. It don't even fucking matter how fucking the fuck they up. All that shit.
Like they can
That's how a lot of people feel about
just don't,
Catwoman.
just don't for whatever they do. Somehow, some way. I don't think it's possible, but hey, idiots never surprise me. Mess it up more than what it already is.
Man, hey,
I don't
Savage
think it's
he wasn't
possible.
on here today because I was gonna get him.
Hmm.
I was gonna tell you about who they messed up. They messed up Batwing. Now, Batwing is supposed to be Lucius Fox's son. That's supposed to be the Batwing, right? Now, he the butler to Batwoman on the show. Like literally, he's Alfred on the Batwoman. So they done really destroyed his whole character on there. But I digress. That was gonna be one of the
Hold on, fellas.
That would have had
Hold on.
Savage on. All right, push on. That would have had Savage blood on pumping right there. But I get it though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a day. I'm not gonna dwell on the CW too much. But let's just go ahead and hop into some MCU news. Then we'll get back to some DC. Let's flip over to the mutants and not the metahumans. So Chaos, what do you think about the they was talking about the elite people that they were speaking about that's supposed to be the mutants that's going to form the X-Men team. That the only classic characters that's real known that they're supposed to be bringing back is Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Storm, and Havoc. But Havoc, I don't know if you could consider him a well-known X-Men character, but everybody else is going to be brand new to the X-Men universe when it comes to the big screen. So, what do you think
What
about
you mean,
that?
like same character as the same actor?
No, like the same, like the main character that like Cyclops, Storm, and I think it's Jean Grey is gonna be the only ones in the X-Men movie is who they're gonna be introducing in the X-Men movie from the from all the old past original X-Men movies that's already been on the big screen. So the rest of the cast that they're gonna have is gonna be mutants that never been on the big screen before, besides for like Havoc. And, you know, the small role that they gave Havoc, and they're gonna have for what I'm hearing, Beast is supposed to start off where Beast has already left the X-Men. So that's where they're supposed to be jumping off at.
Right.
Yes. And what else they were saying about the news? Like some of the other X-Men characters is not gonna be introduced inside of some of the other X-Men characters that are gonna be introduced inside of the MCU like that. They're gonna be introduced is what they call the Avengers style, where they kind of like sprinkle them into other people's movies and then bring them into the overall movie.
Well, man, damn. I would say this. Yeah, this is one of those things that if they do a good job, I may be able to overlook it. But if they do bad, then I'm gonna just scrap the whole thing and forget that it ever existed and erase it from my mind, like a certain Green Lantern movie. Oops, I said the name. But yeah, that's how that's going to go.
Yeah, with that, but with me, I was looking at some of the way that they was gonna bring it in is they didn't fail me wrong when they did Peter Parker. When they brought in Peter Parker, they did everything right, as in they did not mention Uncle Ben. Everybody know about great power comes great responsibility. They let everybody know that how Spider-Man already had his powers, but he was still in his origin story stage. Same way when they did with Black Panther. Black Panther came into Civil War and then turned around and did an origin story, so you pretty much knew who he was, and they was able to introduce him and with an origin story in a manner that don't really happen. Always origin stories is almost from the beginning of what they come through. With him, it's like his origin kind of like picks up in the mid of what's going on inside of the MCU universe, and from what they showing with them, everybody is going to be basically picking straight into the roles and stuff like that. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. The reason why I didn't say this would completely fail is because Marvel magic is really good magic. But I'm just saying, just for that chance that it screws up and they messed it up wholly entirely, then yeah, they don't fucked up.
Yeah. So what about this here? Not from off the main mutants. They have some of the smaller characters they supposed to be having. They're supposed to be at the Xavier school. So who's some of the side characters you would like to see that they get a small role inside the Xavier unit? I forgot. Didn't they change the name of it to the Phoenix or something or the Jean Grey? The mansion, the X mansion. Who would you like to see get a small cameo in there?
A cameo from
Yeah.
like what? The main mutants?
No, like what I'm saying, just how they be having inside of the manor, the house or whatever like that, the X mansion. You know how they be walking by and they'll have like Easter eggs and they'll show like small characters like one character they showed was Jubilee off of the old one when she was walking through the mansion or whatever like that, or some of the characters that be there, but that they're not gonna give no big role, but you just want to say, okay, acknowledge their presence.
I guess either Psylocke or Kitty.
Yeah, see, Kitty Pryde, she'll be a good one. She'll be a good one.
Dazzler.
Dazzler, no. If they show Dazzler, then they might as well just give it to Jubilee, because that's all Jubilee is. Jubilee ain't nothing but a watered down version of Dazzler. That's all she is. I don't even know why they even made Jubilee when they have Dazzler. I really don't get it. But then again, hey, you got Black Lightning and you got Static.
Right.
Right. That's true too. Sometimes some characters have the same powers as other characters. Sometimes one character, just because this one character had his power, that don't mean that's the only character gonna have that power. So that is a good thought, but at the same time, you got characters that don't even need to be existing, like how he said. But I was more of a fan of Jubilee than Dazzler, though.
No, because you're younger. What about Psylocke? That's her name?
Psylocke. I wouldn't want to see her in the X Mansion. I wouldn't want to see her in the X Mansion. I want to see more of a, like how you said, Kitty Pryde. That'd be somebody I like to see give a little Easter egg to, or Murph. Murph, I would like to see him on there. That's the one that was a shapeshifter.
He's not even a real character. That's something that they made up on a cartoon. You're talking about Morph. He wasn't even a real character. They just made that up. Yeah. I mean, it still doesn't. They still could put him in there. I would still like to see that. That's still to be hot though.
Right, there'll be a character for a little Easter egg just to throw inside the mansion, just walking around like, yeah, I remember him. From after the cartoons or whatever like that. The animated series back in the 90s. But yeah, so what's good with it, Punisher?
What's good, fellas? How's it going?
Yeah, he in here, man. What's that, Punisher? Hey, the question was,
he came through. All I can say is he came through. That's all I'm talking about, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I didn't even know you sent me an invite.
Hey, say Punisher.
On Twitter.
Hey, look, check this out. The question was, who would you like to see get a guest appearance inside inside the X Mansion when they finally come out with a traditional X-Men movie?
Well, one character I would like them to bring back is let's say maybe have a cameo for Iceman, maybe, bring him in, and not necessarily in this character, not necessarily a new one, but I would like to see them finally introduce Wolverine back in it. I don't know why they bring in new characters without, introducing the whole squad.
I mean, from what I'm hearing is what they're doing is because of Fox shenanigans they're doing, they kind of letting a lot of the main characters that Fox was they overexerted, like Professor Xavier, Magneto, Wolverine, and a couple of other characters. They kind of like put them on a back burner so they could cool out and try to introduce some of these other characters that have these big significant roles. They got utilized so small. Like, for example, when I say this person here, Flip should be the one that go electrocuting everything. Well, how they did Storm, her the whole demeanor through both of the X-Men, all of the X-Men, they underutilized her. They took her story to connect.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet just because you said Storm. You,
Right.
you,
And then
you,
Fox
But
underutilized.
she's been underutilized since forever.
Right.
not only that,
Like she should be
she
one of the most
also is
powerful
yeah,
of
she also
everything.
Omega level mutant.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Like
And
the stuff that she can do is like, man, why put her in the background in the first place?
right,
Like
because
she
she
should have been had her own origin movie and stuff like that, kind of like what they did for Wolverine.
Black Panther. It would be a
No,
good
no,
Black
movie.
Panther, yeah.
I want to see Power Man. I want to see Power Man.
you say Power Man get
Okay, Power
introduced.
Man.
Yeah, Power Man. Y'all know who that is? That's Luke Cage. He was a part
Mm-hmm.
of it. Well, I mean, further down the line he was, but he was.
Well, that TV show was pretty dope though. Hopefully they bring that back. I like that. I think it had what, like 2 seasons, something like that.
We're gonna kind of get into that topic a little later, so we gonna be silent on that one. With Luke
Oh,
Cage.
okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be. I never heard of Marvel Girl, and they're gonna focus more on Nightcrawler. Them two more characters they supposed to be put more focus on as well too. So what you think about putting? Because here on X-Men 2, the way they introduced Nightcrawler, I was like, ooh, they were like they
You
was gonna
know
give
what?
justice, and then they went flat.
Thanks for doing that. No, you know why? The director did that. He had a whole blog about how the director had cut him out of it. Yeah,
Because
because
his
Mm-hmm.
brother
they did
already
cut him.
showed them.
Yeah, because he was supposed to appear again in the next movie, and the next director just cut him all out of it. Like, nope.
Yeah, because Nightcrawler, they did introduce him in a badass way. I remember that as a kid.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Nightcrawler gonna be a badass. All right, no, nigga.
That was the end of it. The beginning and end right there. Everything else
Mm-hmm.
was water whip with Nightcrawler.
My
Mm-hmm.
my problem with it, growing up, I used to collect X-Men comic and I used to collect Avengers comic. And all of us used to compare both teams. And the X-Men are more powerful than the Avengers.
I know
Minus
where you
Hulk.
going. I know
Take
where you
Hulk out
going.
the
X
picture.
Men versus Avenger. You had that
Yeah.
comment too.
Yeah,
X Men
That's what
versus Avenger.
the
I think that's gonna
They
be
X-Men.
the
had that.
next
That would be interesting, but I
end
don't think that
game
would ever
level movie.
happen. Though.
Hey, they say that's supposed to be the next end game level movie.
Right?
But they're supposed to have Marvel Girl. She's supposed to be a part of the X-Men. Uh Sunfire. I think that's another one that's supposed to be a part of the new group that they're gonna be bringing out.
You mean Starfire?
No,
I think it was Sunfire.
Oh, okay.
no, not I
The
can't think
Asian
of the
boy.
old chick name.
Because to me, all right, Forge versus Tony Stark. Who win that battle? Forge versus Tony
Forge.
Stark.
Forge. Because Forge powers had Forge powers, and his mutant ability is tech. Like that's his power. Like
Mm-hmm.
ain't no tech that he can't get into and redo
Oh
over.
yeah, right.
That's
Yeah,
a mutant ability.
he'll be a good cameo too. But Sunfire. That's who it is, Sunfire. She gonna be the
Yeah, Sunfire was a male character, but he wasn't all that popular in the comics either.
Yeah, it was a male character.
Yeah, he wasn't all that popular in the comics,
yeah, but
right?
yeah, see that's what I'm saying is they not using them. The main characters was that I was on the movies was Storm, Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Nightcrawler. That was the other
But
Right.
one.
you know,
Everybody else is
I will
supposed to
say this.
be like
I will.
Starfire or Sunfire. Yeah.
I was about to say. I will say this though. Since you know, Marvel's kind of like in this. I ain't gonna say weird phase because it's not a weird phase, but it's like in this
It's good,
phase
but crazy.
where they're trying to what they're trying to like. Since this is like really of a beginning of like a new era for like the beginning phase of of Marvel, I would say that this will kind of go into what they want to set out because they introduce all the small, like the little smaller, like you said, smaller X Men characters, to give them a big spotlight. But then, once like the big, huge phase for this new Marvel era comes out, that's when the bigger X Men players, come into it when stuff actually goes down, like the climax. So I kind of see what they're going. This is kind of part of the, this is just the new era phase
Right.
of what Marvel is doing. This I do see what they kind of going. I'm starting to see the bigger picture in this. The more I think about it.
Listen, from the sat down Bishop Power, I lost all faith in Marvel. When Bishop just came to the X-Men, he broke Colossus' nose when he was in metal form. He took on everybody. He beat Sabretooth. And when I saw what they did to him, they took away most of his power. Right? And then when you look at the characters now, to me, Storm, Storm should have gotten a bigger role
Right.
because Storm led the X-Men for years. Right? Cyclops to me, he's powerful, yes, but he's not as powerful as Storm, and he's not as powerful as his wife, and he's not as powerful as Rogue either. And Wolverine can beat him.
Well, you know how they did Storm. I mean, Cyclops. Cyclops was
Yeah,
more so like in the group, as in like Captain America. He was the
Right. Yeah.
leader. He was
right.
Professor
Hmm
right hand man. That's how they did him.
I
Even though
still say
Storm,
his brother was better.
hmm, which
Heavy.
one?
Yeah, Heavy gonna be
Which
there.
one?
The one that he has Cyclops power, but he can do it out of his hands.
His hands are his chest.
Right. Yeah. And
I think that was one that did it out of his hands though. Could have
Yeah,
get him mixed up.
it's
Yeah,
three brothers, brother. There's
yeah.
Havoc, and it was what you calling? Because it's one that has
older brother. His
projectile
older
power.
brother. Yeah, the older brother.
He can shoot joint out his hand, and he also can
Hmm
use the other one. The way he used it, how he came out of his chest, they showed it differently. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Remember, I haven't had on the all black, and I had the joint in the circle joint. He was using his power and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They
Right.
all got the same power. Cause Cyclops
hmm
power is powerful. He just don't know how to control it. Cause that his beam can
Exactly.
shoot this, can cut a mountain in half.
All right. What about
hmm
they got one more character too? Thunderbird. He's supposed to be the last member of the team. That's supposed to be joining the X-Men.
Thunderbird.
Yeah.
A rap, a moan. Name all. Put it. I forget all this. The Scott brothers' name. Put it in the comment section. 'Cause I know that. Go look inside your vault. 'Cause he got all that.
So Flip, what side character you would like to see on that a guest as a cameo in the new X-Men movie?
Anybody that's black,
Power beside Power Man.
huh?
I
Anybody
think
that's black, Bishop, Power Man, you name it. Let's go on. Anybody that's black. I'm sorry, I'm dead serious. We need more black characters, man.
No, but there were only two black X-Men.
Oh, they have another
Three.
popular character that I wouldn't mind seeing though. Polaris. She's a semi popular one.
Yeah.
yeah, she'll be
Yeah.
good to bring in right now, especially with Wanda in the Wanda Vision.
hmm
'Cause her sister's the most powerful one.
Yep.
Come on,
I
yeah,
don't know why Bone thought Polaris was powerful. I'm like, no, no.
she got more of an
Wanda is.
attitude. She got the most attitude,
Yeah.
and I think she more
Wanda, listen here. Wanda created a life form. She created a child for her vision.
yeah.
Look at the comment section, Chuck. There you go.
Actually,
Okay.
that would introduce. Actually, that would introduce The last one, the last sibling. I
Vulcan
don't think
was
they
supposed to be
entered.
the most powerful one, and Havoc and Cyclops was the next one. Okay, okay,
The Havoc was the one with his chest and his arms.
Hey,
yeah.
Thunderbird. He played and he was in Gifted too, huh?
Yeah, he was. I'm so mad about that, man, because I like that. I like watching. What was that? New Mutant. I liked it, that show. Stop, little girl.
But Thunderbird wasn't the X. Thunderbird was the X-Man, yeah. You mean the Indian character?
Right. Put up, yeah, drop. They had to drop a Native
John
American in there,
Proudstar.
and then yeah, because I was saying about some leaked footage about I think something about a person is supposed to be lost in a savage land, and that's what is supposed to take place in the big bad. It's supposed to be the pterodactyl. What's his name? The one that hypnotize people.
That wouldn't be bad enough. They want to know, because Apocalypse, they made him out to be stupid.
You know what?
Apocalypse,
See, I know where Stoopy's going. Stoopy is like me. He focused on like the old characters and stuff like that, what they used to do and whatever, instead of what they do to the new characters and how they change them around or whatever, how they redid them over.
yeah.
Stoopy going off the ones back in our days and stuff like that.
Yeah, but what's the character? The pterodactyl, the one from the Savage Land.
Yeah, but he's not strong enough. Remember, he had Professor X back in the before.
Oh, you talking about the boy that had the mind control power?
Yeah, the one. It was actually pterodactyl, a dinosaur.
Yeah, he's not powerful than on Charles Xavier.
Yeah, I mean,
of course, you already know that, but
for what I was seeing is the way they're trying to make them have the Savage Land is supposed to be an actual living land, and somehow
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and they gonna do it some type of way, but I ain't get all the details and the information that what I'm saying from all the leaked footage. But I don't. That's why I don't want to stray nobody wrong and say the wrong thing or give nobody the right information, and they don't want to hear no leaked footage right now. But y'all know that this show is spoilerific if they be failing to realize it. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways they can go about going with the MCU and introducing the mutants, and some of them gonna be introducing other people movies, and then you're gonna have the big X-Men movie, then you're gonna have the probably the big bad, then you're gonna have the overall arcing big bad, Apocalypse. And then they might have, that's when they're gonna have like the big end game movie where the Avengers versus X-Men. That's gonna be in the next 5 to 10 years. So I mean by the next 10 years, so the next 5 years we probably get Apocalypse. So I'm guessing more. That's why they're gonna be introducing a lot of X-Men and other people movies.
Do we need to go revisit Apocalypse?
Listen,
I mean, but that's gonna be about 5 years.
Just get Galactus get Galactus, get 5 of them primes, and just call that battle.
Nope.
Galactus
You guys are both wrong. I'll tell you who they need. Because don't get Galactus out. Galactus is going to play a much more bigger part in Marvel, not X-Men. What they should bring, you guys all missed it, is Sinister. He is the perfect one. Sinister is the best person to bring out.
Yeah, and then we'll be in the Savage Land and have like him calling the strings in the background.
Exactly.
So you trying to say Sinister should be the end game?
Not that big. He should be like Ultron.
Okay, I can go with that. I can go with that. Like the Avenger of Ultron. Okay, I can go with that. Sinister being that person, I can go with that. Yeah.
But honestly, for X-Men, what I can see is them doing like a oh snap moment, like where it's like, oh, they fight all these powerful villains, but all along they were going about their thing, but unrealizing to them, they were going with Sinister's whole plot. Sinister set that whole stuff up without anybody knowing. and he ended up being like the
All
big
right.
bad.
Okay, the big bad, just kill it. Just go for onslaught and finish. Just bring out onslaught.
You know
And
who I was thinking?
that way you get rid of Professor Xavier and you get rid of Magneto. And you have onslaught. And the fight onslaught. Right, because
Yeah,
onslaught is one of the biggest villains the X-Men ever face.
yeah, but I like to see before something like him. I want to see they got to me. I got to see the X-Men build to something like that. Like what's the Nightmare King, the Dream King, the one that's
The Shadow,
Shadow King. Yeah,
Shadow
Shadow
yeah,
King.
King,
Shadow
yeah.
King.
yeah. I want
Oh no, man.
Yeah, and guess what? With the Shadow King, you could bring back this character, Lucky. Remember Lucky? The one with the knife, with the metal knife? He fought the Shadow King.
Lucky.
Lucky.
I mean,
Yeah, you guys might not know him, but look him up. He was the one who, because the Shadow King was allergic to metal.
wasn't he sure was, and wasn't Lucky
No,
fast?
I know what you're talking about, but I'm just thinking, would he be a good fit? And what order would if they bring him? Then what order would they have? What order would they
I
bring him
mean,
in?
think about
Hey,
That's what
I
I'm looking
got
at.
you.
Hey, hold on, check this out. Hey, check this out. Doctor
All right.
Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, when they try to fix some shit with Wanda crack, whatever they cracked or
Oh,
did,
Thunderbird.
then all of a sudden they gonna
No,
have
Mo said Thunderbird.
oh yeah, Thunderbird, he gonna be the next event. Yep. I said next event, he's supposed to be in the X-Men team. But when Doctor Strange tried to fix the Multiverse of Madness, that's when the Shadow King was trying to kind of seeps out of it, but he wasn't able to fully get out, so he still got a
Yeah,
certain
you
like
know
a
what?
certain way.
I like what you just said. Let the Shadow King be in there with the what's his name? With what you just said. Uh
Doctor
Doctor
Strange,
Strange.
yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see him there. He seemed like he would fit there. Not saying the co-host getting sleepy. Oh shit. I spoke too soon. Never mind. Go ahead, dog.
Yeah. But with Doctor Strange, and then bring with the Multiverse of Madness, and then you got see what I'm looking at is Marvel been so good with multi-layering, like with Black Panther, Captain America, and even Avengers Endgame, and both of the end games, Infinity War. So where they take all these different heroes and they mash them up in one movie and they give everybody their time. But what they haven't mastered is being able to have multiple villains on the screen doing how they had with multiple heroes. Now it was one villain, one big bad when they had Thanos. Now what they need to have is like what's going on with like you got Sinister, you got the Shadow King, you got Doctor Doom. You know what I mean? You have a lot of villains. You even have Osborn. So you got all these different villains that they could be taking and just not having them be one and done. They can have like smaller roles and manipulate things. And this person might be manipulating this. So you got the Kingpin manipulating stuff. So you have all these villains mixing and mingling in all these different MCU movies, especially with them. And they saying everything is going to be intertwined together, even with the Disney Plus shows. So stuff like with the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and you got the weapon, not X no more. They turned sideways. Now it's the Weapon Plus program. So now you got the Weapon Plus program, and you got Thunderbolt Ross, and you got all these different villains with I'm about to call him Nemo, Nemo with the purple mask. You got villains like that, and you can have all of them mixing and mingling at the same time too. So I'm going to see like when the Avengers and Foggy get do the next X-Men, I want to see more than one villain because to me it don't feel like it's a good movie when it don't feel like they got too much going on when you have everything feel like this. You got the opening scene person that you fight, you got your mid fight, and then you got your super fight at the end when you fight the big bad. I'm tired of that format. I want to see them break that up
Hey,
and give us something new.
But the
hey,
problem with the X-Men,
I was about to say, I forgot this guy from like the corner of my mind, but they could bring in the monolith dude, the Egyptian nigga.
The man.
Mm,
Yeah, he'd be a good one. He'd be a good villain to introduce.
the problem with the X-Men is that how many X-Men movie would they have before? Counting Wolverine movies, right? We had quite a few X-Men movies, right?
Right.
And is that the characters? That's a problem, Is that probably you need to go back to single character movies.
Did he cut off, or was that just me?
Yeah, you think we need to go back to single character movies? I like the up close and personal stories, but I just feel like if a
That'll take too
movie,
long.
yeah, I mean, but it just need more of every, what I'm saying, with more characters that they have meaning in the movie instead of side characters that have that have like B-level roles and what I'm saying, and token characters just to be there. But we kind of ran on that the Marvel X-Men a little minute. Let's go ahead and switch back over to DC. And did y'all hear about the news about the Henry Cavill Man of Steel 2 in talks with AT&T wanting to see a Man of Steel 2. So now when I first heard this news, I was like, damn, AT&T is really much be listening to the fans and doing what these what the people want with DC, because Warner Brothers wasn't gonna green like no Man of Steel 2. They were trying to work on a Supergirl. They didn't want him bad. And at first they were saying with Henry Cavill, they were just gonna try to give him like the Incredible Hulk role where he could be like guest starring in these movies here with, say they would be paying a big budget for him doing the Man of Steel 2. But now what I'm hearing is J.J. Abrams, I think his name is supposed to be Abrams, yeah. J.J. Abrams is supposed to be directing the Man of Steel 2. So what do y'all think the reasons and the cause that made AT&T change their minds and on green like this Man of Steel 2? Is it because of the Snyder Cut? Is it because of DC having some type of epiphany? What do y'all think, man? We ain't have a Punisher, so say Punisher, what you think is the reason why they green lighted the Man of Steel 2?
Me personally, I think they greenlit it because maybe they're trying to keep up with Marvel, trying to get more of those, single character movies out there. Because DC has been lacking on that end.
If no one says the answer, I think I'm gonna be frustrated.
So
but go ahead.
What happened?
No, go ahead, Punisher. Keep going. Keep going. I want to see what everybody has to say.
Oh yeah, like I said, they just, they did that to try to keep up with Marvel. And I guess it's just something that the fans wanted for a long time. They've been asking for it, so yeah, I guess they finally got through. And somebody, I guess they just, like I said, just want to get the fans what they want. So.
Great.
What about you, Stu P? Okay, if you there, Stu P, we cannot hear you now.
He's gone.
What about you, Chuck?
Yeah, my bad. I was having quick technical difficulties. I was getting back together.
Mic check 1 2 3 1 2 3. Mic check.
There you go. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so
the Man of Steel, it needs to be darker. DC movies do better when they're dark. To me, when they're gritty and raw, you can't follow the Marvel take on things. Marvel already have that lane, so time to you to create your own lane. A gritty appearance, gritty heroes, gritty,
I ain't saying that I agree with you, Stu, because I do agree with you, but that really wasn't all necessarily the question.
Yeah.
But you do have a point. You do have a point.
Yeah. You can't make it all sunflower like Marvel characters, right? DC must be the adult-looking, R-rated superhero movies.
But it would be hard to do with a Superman, the good old boy. Say Stu, why you think that the AT&T green lighted the Man of Steel too. I mean,
Because
There we go. This is
Superman is like Barbie, you know. Superman is an iconic character, you know. Superman is a multi-billion-dollar franchise, you know. Like G.I. Joe or the rest. They see the money. They see the money. They see the licensing. They see the money that can be made from Superman, right?
Hmm.
Superman is like Star Wars. So
you think
every couple of years you can reintroduce him to more generation. You make more money. Mm. Tell the
All
truth.
right, you
Who
next,
is
Chaos.
Superman?
Now
You
you go,
next.
because I want to go
Uh,
last. You go. I want to go
no,
last.
nigga.
No,
No,
I want to
nigga.
go
No.
last. Nuh-uh.
You
I
shouldn't
want to
have
go
laughed.
last.
You
I want
shouldn't
to
have
see
laughed.
what everybody say, because I
All right.
expect to hear a certain answer.
All right, Chuck. You next.
oh so y'all do with me personally, I think with AT&T, they actually went from not paying I ain't gonna say not paying attention to DC and Warner Brothers because that was just a smaller division. I think it was somebody that's a part of the AT&T staff. They are fan of comic book movies, and they was wondering why is what was going on, and they actually sat down with not Warner Brothers but DC and seen some of the cuts that they had of these movies and wondered if y'all had these good movies, then why y'all didn't put this out because this would have made money compared to which y'all actually put out trying to save money. So I think AT&T is going to do what Disney had did. Like with Kevin Feige, they took Kevin Feige and they made him completely over Marvel, and they started cutting out the fat, like the people that wasn't fans and trying to bring out the best product because the best product was having people people come sit their butts in the chairs to watch the movies. So once AT&T noticed that they giving a green light to DC because they seen that when you do the right thing, give the fans what they want, you actually put out a good product, people will come, you'll make more money. It's a win-win-win. So I mean that's just how I think about it. It's more based on just fucking numbers. Like somebody had to have some common sense on the board of AT&T to go past Warner Brother head, and that's the only reason. That's the only way DC can actually survive if they had to go over Warner Brothers head. So now my curiosity is about you, Chaos. Why you think that AT&T
Flip,
was interested in that too?
Flip ain't went yet. Flip ain't went yet. We ain't skipping Flip.
We ain't skipping the flip.
Yeah, we ain't skipping Flip. Nah, you go ahead.
Why you want me to go first?
Mhm.
Alright.
You try to put an Xbox and PlayStation price
I
announcement.
know, right? I know.
Well, Sony, right quick.
All right. Here we go, man. Let me break this thing down to y'all. Number one, they got J.J. Abrams because of what J.J. Abrams did to Star Wars and Star Trek. Them two franchises. If love it or hate it, he still made Return of the.
More
I mean,
money.
what's that? Force Awakens. It still made money. Even though the second one, wah, 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 he did the same thing before he did that. He did that before he was on Star Trek. He made that first Star Trek doing. He rebooted it. It made money, the highest grossing Star Trek that came out, and then did the damn thing again with the second one. He ain't do the third one. So they thinking in their head, if we can just get him do one movie, one Superman movie, set a roadmap, and hopefully we can get somebody else to finish that thing out. We can boost this Superman movie up.
Yeah, I mean that
And
is a
that's
good point, Flip. That is a good point because when he did
what
that
they did.
Star Trek movie, when he did Star Trek, like that
Yep.
first one, like the way he is a good
He read the
person to
remake,
do.
yeah, that
Yeah,
Paradox joint, it made money, and it was a good quality movie.
right,
Even though
right.
I don't like how they destroy Vulcan, he made the casual like the movie. That's the only job he did. He brought in the casual. Same thing with Star Wars. So when he came along, and now they want him to do the same thing. They want him to bring in the casual. Not just the hardcore fan, but the casual.
So it's a
That's
PG
it.
rated movie then. That
Huh?
is bullshit. It's going to be PG.
No, I mean, listen here. You got to
Man,
understand something.
Superman gonna always be PG.
Be PG regardless. Superman done killed people in the past. In the '80s, Christopher Reeve, when he fought Zod and threw him, and he fell down to that bottomless pit, and he took away their power. What you think happened? When he killed the dude that was made out of that was made from his DNA and out of the sun,
Yeah.
some other, he killed them. But it's the way he did it. It's the way that they show you how they killed him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't nothing wrong with them making it PG. It's all about how you present and how
Superman,
you can get away with
Superman has
killing
never killed
people.
a human yet. You know
No, it's
the
not. He's not killing a human being. That's the point. You got to stop thinking that he's killing a human being. No,
Superman has
no, had
never
nothing to
killed a
do.
human being. The,
We know he ain't never killed a human being. All these people that I name are people or aliens or people who got power.
I
You
don't
know
know.
what I'm saying?
He killed the Joker. That's a human being.
Yeah, man, that's in the comic book. We talking about the movie.
Well, yeah, in the
But I'm
movie.
just saying.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in the movie, he did a lot of crazy, fucked up shit. But I'm saying, far as in the movie wise, and he already done killed somebody in the movie. In the Man of Steel, he killed Zod. He snapped his neck. But I'm saying though, it doesn't matter. If they figured that this dude did good with Star Wars and Star Trek or whatever, them
Mhm.
first two movies or whatever, what's the harm to get him to do the next Superman movie? To make it like for the casual. Still a good movie. It's still going to show,
Superman
whether if
has
it's
to
dark
win
or not.
PG movie. Superman is like Mario now, right? Superman is going to be like
Maybe.
Mario.
Maybe, but dig this. But everybody loves Mario. So the same thing was going to go with Superman. That's it. That's all it is. Motherfucker, like, you know what? We're going to get J.J. Abrams. We're going to get him in here, and we're going to get him to see what he can do. And they went over, and they went I didn't know. I thought it was Warner Brother idea to do that, but I didn't know it was AT&T, the big king, the King Pooba that own all that shit. Decide that. So there you go. That's why. Nothing more, nothing less. J.J. Abrams. He good at what he do when he do one movie. Or when he's a one hit wonder. So if you can hit a one hit wonder movie, Superman movie, and gross in a lot, you can fall back and let somebody else do it.
Listen,
Go ahead, Chaos.
go ahead,
All
Chaos. You
right.
have the last word.
All right. Now, Punisher, you disappointed me a little bit. Stu, you hit it. Stu, you kind you hit it at the end. You were scaring me for the first part, but at the end you hit it. Chuck, same thing for you, but you end up hitting the mark. Flip hit straight dead on the bullseye. And the thing that I was gonna go for is money. That's all that is for. Because not
Mm-hmm.
only is Superman the Henry Cavill train, they do not want that Henry Cavill. While the Henry Cavill train is hot with The Witcher and everything, they want to ride on that.
Yes, sir.
So
Mhm.
they want to do this to where they know that they can make the most money out of this, and they got one of the best people to do it, J.J. Abrams. This thing spells money written all over it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yup.
Guess what? And don't be
Hold on,
surprised
but
if
wait a minute, wait
if
a
it's
minute.
a
So
super
that's all
dog.
you wanted to
If
do?
it's a
You wanted to wait all of us to go first so you can say that?
yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah, but
because
that's
if you
basically
guys
what
think, no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no. Because if you guys think,
Because the
hold up.
fans are asking
Because
for it.
if you guys didn't hit the mark, I was gonna have to do some whoop assing in this podcast.
Listen,
But
this is hold on, this
Talk
is
some
me.
money,
It's
Lebo.
me.
Hey,
Don't be surprised if it's a
Chuck.
super dog
Hey, Chuck,
Oh,
and
Chuck,
super
he said it's
friends.
all
he
about the
know
money.
better.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck, listen here, he know better. This is me, dog. This is
Yeah.
me.
That's good money.
You know what I mean? This is me.
Hey, but speaking about money, y'all know that Henry Cavill said that the reason why he not returning to Wolverine because they gave him the perfect send off, and he said they didn't want to do it because they
Not
didn't want
Henry
to
Cavill.
punish
You talking about Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah, my bad. Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman. Yeah, my bad. Hugh Jackman. That Hugh Jackman didn't want to come back as Wolverine because they gave him a perfect send off and they didn't want to tarnish that at all. He said the only way that they would come back, he would come back as Wolverine if they had a impelling script that drawn him to come back for to play a role of another Logan movie or Wolverine. But he said he would never do it for the money because the way that they gave him the send off was like the perfect send off, and he wouldn't want to tarnish that at all. The only way that he would come back if the role was just that damn good. So
Patrick Stewart said he don't want to come back at all. He said it. He said what you said. It was the perfect send off, and I don't want to come back. That's it. He's like, how can you
all those Fox
that?
bad movies? Think about it, Flip. You went through all those Fox bad movies, and you finally got them to do a good movie, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it on a high note. That's like you played for the Browns your whole football career, and then the year you about to retire, they win the Super Bowl after never winning the game. Then go the next year win the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah. So do you think
Peyton Manning?
Huh?
Like Peyton Manning, he won the Super Bowl, then retired.
Yeah.
Went off in the sunset, a champion. That's what they did. They just retired a champ. That's all.
Right. I did after getting beat up the whole time. They pull no rocket. So do you think Marvel could pull off a script good enough to bring any of them back from off the old X-Men back to the MCU?
You want to know something? To be honest with you, they can bring back the rest of them. They can bring back some of them, but Wolverine and all that, man, just let it be, man. Let it be, man. I mean, with Marvel, who in anything is possible, but not with Charles Xavier and Hugh Jackman. Let it be, man. Keep moving. Just let the new dude that was playing him as a younger Charles Xavier, whatever. Just make him look a little old or whatever. That's all. I mean, come on.
What about Storm? What about Storm? You think they should recast her?
No, I like that female. I mean, personally, me, I like that Storm that they had. I never liked the Halle Berry. She was too short. Storm is like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, she is. Yeah, Storm is a tall fit. Yeah, she is tall.
How tall is the other chick that's playing her right now?
She's a younger Storm.
She kind of short.
It depends on. Yeah, but it depends on where they go with it. I mean, you can show her off and make her look like she's tall, to be honest with you, because we really don't know how tall that female is. She's not. I tell you this, she ain't the same height as Halle Berry. She's taller than Halle Berry. Way taller than Halle Berry.
But Halle Berry will bring in the money, because Halle Berry.
That was then. This is now. Not no more. After what just happened, how dare you bring that woman back? Sorry, Holly, you had your shot and you lost it. Even though personally, I would have liked to see Angela Bassett, even though she's short. But hey, fuck it. It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, they got a lot of people. I was hearing about people wanted Rihanna to play
and Storm.
Hell no. Like Ironheart.
Oh man.
Yeah. I don't think Rihanna could play a good Storm. Hell no.
She don't know how to act.
I would have to stab my heart 20 times and rip it out my chest.
Like in tantrums on Suicide Squad, huh? Yeah, hey, matter of fact, I went back and watched Suicide Squad. That movie, it's when I watched the I guess it's the extended cut of it, because I just watched when I watched it was in the movie theater, and when I watched it, I was like, oh, this movie it wasn't as good. But then I went back and rewatched it lately, and the parts when I seen the Joker, it kind of made sense, because when I was looking at it, they were supposed to have like the Joker. He was always just barely missing where they was at. So old girl that played what's that black woman name? I can't think of her name. I know it though. The black woman that I always call it Amanda Waller. Amanda, like she was always
How to Catch a Murderer.
She played How to Catch.
I can't forget. I forget her name. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but she played Amanda Waller on there. So she was always one step ahead of where the Joker was gonna be at, and she was always when he get there, they was always gone to do something else. So and she wasn't even acknowledging the fact that she was just that cold blooded. Well, the Joker to her was just a fly that was, you know what I'm saying, that was that just she just pluck him out. And she was just
The
doing things
irritated, the
everything.
irritated gnat.
Yeah, exactly. And his whole thing was he was trying to run behind Harley to save him. So it made more sense when I started seeing it in that direction. And they broke down their whole history, the in and out scenes. Now the cuts and the way it was cut, it wasn't cut as good as it could have been. So I can see that when they was talking about the director's cut, I mean the Suicide Squad cut, you know how they doing the Zack Snyder cut, but they was talking about with the Suicide Squad, they can release it now on HBO Max because it's not like how the Snyder cut is shit. They got to be reshot and refootage. With them, it's just like adding the footage that back into the movie. So Stu, I want to start. Is you a fan of the of this newfound venture that we're going through since we're going through all these streaming service and everybody now talking about subscription, where they taking these big blockbuster movies, the ones that was failures, and they bringing them out and they recently these extra cuts and putting and making them longer to really flush the movie out. They have potential. You a fan of this, or you a person that think that this is opening up Pandora's box?
No.
Oh, you're not a fan of it.
That was
No,
funny.
that was me.
I ain't looked away for a second.
That sounded just like him, though.
And then it sounded like me, man. It sounded just like it. I had turned my head for a second, and then I said, "Hold on." I said, "Yeah, look, you got me." I'd have been flipped with the flip.
Still wake up, man. Stu probably meant the mic down and went somewhere. Same question go to you, Punisher.
There you go.
Yeah, I answered. Is he back?
Nah,
Still?
that's Whip again.
No, I ain't say. Oh shit. Look, go ahead, Punisher. Go ahead, Punisher.
Me, well, as far as these streaming services go, man, I feel like just opening Pandora's box. Like, cause all these other ones are.
I check 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you talking.
Yeah, I was hearing. No,
You know, all these other.
it's my turn, Punisher. Sorry.
Dang.
I was hearing.
If this was anything but the podcast, I'd be instigating right now. But go ahead.
You know what? Go ahead, stupid.
I have Hulu, CBS, the new HBO service, HBO Max, and the one for Amazon. That's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I have Netflix. That's 5. If they're giving you original content, I'm happy for it. Plus, I have Kodi and I have a modded Fire Stick. I love the streaming services. And if the streaming services are going to allow you to have good original content,
brought to you by Flip Money.
Netflix gave you.
You keep on stealing the stuff I want to say, man. I'm gonna come over there with a crossbar.
Right? Netflix gave you The Witcher, and nobody in this room can deny that The Witcher is
good.
It was good. The Witcher definitely was good.
CBS gave me Star Trek, and I love Star Trek. Contrary to popular demand, I love both of the Star Trek that CBS gave me. HBO gave me Games of Thrones, although I hate how it ended.
Game of Thrones, The Witcher. I mean, Game of Thrones, Watchmen.
And The Wire. Right. So these streaming services are going to be
it's better than cable.
Money and give you good content. Right? When you go to the movies, you get 2 hours maximum to watch a movie. Most movie now is like 1 hour and 20 minutes. You don't get the characters flushed out enough in that short period of time. Right? Because even Suicide Squad had good characters, but the movie was so compressed that they weren't flushed out. Right? The Diablo guy, the guy who burned stuff up, he wasn't flushed out. Deadshot wasn't flushed out. Harley Quinn wasn't really flushed out. So because the movie was so short, the characters were good. Now imagine if you put Suicide Squad and gave them 6 episodes like The Witcher. We could flush out those characters. Those characters would be mainstream characters now. They were very good characters, right? And that is why we have to pay for it.
Let me ask you.
Think about
Let me
it.
ask you this,
Game
Stu.
Pass, yes.
Let me ask you this: do you
Mm.
think that they could have did? You think they could have did a trilogy of that movie, flushing them
Suicide
character
Squad,
out? Yeah, like they
yes.
did, like they do suit the the Avengers and all that other stuff.
That's what they should have done. But then
Oh, okay. We're on the
they
same page.
need a better villain, because the villain shouldn't be one of the squad members. One of the squad members shouldn't be the villain.
The
in Suicide
backstabber.
Squad. Yes,
Yep.
that person shouldn't be the villain. The Witcher shouldn't be the villain, because it diluted down the movie. Get an external villain and allow them to bond around that villain. You understand? That would have been a better movie, because it was the premise was good. Because I fell in love with Harley Quinn in that movie. Because now I watch a Harley Quinn cartoon, and it's pretty funny. Anybody who hasn't watched it, Harley Quinn,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty funny. It's
yeah.
2
It is.
seasons. It's pretty funny, right?
And it's gritty.
Oh, before I leave, one more thing that I've been watching. I've been watching season 5 of Samurai Jack on HBO Max. Season 5 of Samurai Jack. Anybody who remember Samurai Jack? You need to go
Yeah.
and watch it. You need to go and watch it. No spoilers here, but it is good.
With Samurai
The
Jack.
final episode.
Is that a new season or what is it?
I thought they only had one.
No, they have 5 seasons. But season 5 wasn't fine because they had 4 seasons on Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
And
the
they did
fifth
like-
one is the new one that released
And-
like I think 2 years ago.
And the 5th one is
Oh,
a new
okay.
one. But if you have
Yeah.
Cody, go and watch season 5 of Samurai Jack. You won't be disappointed.
You won't.
The
It's good.
storyline is good. It's good. And how it ended, it ended beautifully. Right. So that's what I've watched lately. But and if DC could make something similar to a season 5 of Samurai Jack, when you see how it ended, you'd say, "Oh shit, that's fantastic." And that's my thing. Streaming service, more money. If you think about it, look at Xbox. Xbox get 15 new studio. Why you think Xbox got 15 new studio? It's because they saw what Game Pass is capable of doing. It's going to bring in money. If you have 20 million subscribers a month at $15 a month, that's 300 million a month company. How many games can you make for 300 million a month? Right? That's almost 4 billion a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Game Pass
That is
pretty
what
much
the streaming
pays for
services look
everything.
at. That's what HBO looking at. HBO looking at $15 a month. And if HBO can get 10 million people, right? How many good things they can give you? Right? Good production they can give you. That's what it's about now. It's all about making money. And because you have to pay for the subscription, they have to give you good content. Because if the content is not there, people would leave. Right? Some of the best shows we have watched in the last 5 years is not on TV. It's on Netflix. Stranger Things, Orange is the New Black. I can name a few more. Right? It's on Netflix. Right? That's what streaming service is going to give us. Better movies. And we need to move some of the Double B need to put Netflix needs to get some of the Marvel characters. But then Disney Plus now will start doing that also. Because Disney
Hey.
realize they have
They're gonna be the
have-
Disney Plus and the HBO Max. They're gonna be the ones going at it when the DC and the Marvel. Because when I was saying
Yeah.
HBO Max is getting the Doom Patrol. It's supposed to be getting all the
Titans. The Titans.
That's the co-host, everybody.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I hear
But
that.
trust me.
I got
Yeah,
it.
co-host saying hi.
Look, Netflix
Oh,
gave us
she-
Daredevil.
She trying to
They
fight
gave
her
us
sleep.
Luke Cage. They gave us they gave us the Defenders, and all those series were very good series. And the reason why they could invest all that amount is because you're not losing. You already know where your money coming from,
Right.
right?
They trying to keep it all in house now, though. Man, matter of fact, you like the Defenders. To me, I didn't like. I like every individual besides for Jessica Jones, and when they teamed up together and did the Defenders, I was
Yeah, the Defenders was a little weak.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they gave you 3 good series. Daredevil was
The
good.
beginning was weak. The ending was towards like the climax of it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, what the Defenders?
Yeah, the
climax was
beginning
cool
was
to me,
really weak.
Yeah, it was real slow.
I ain't like the ending of it either. I
Right,
can't find one part of the Defenders I really like.
but we got 3 good series out of Defender. We got Office, we got Luke Cage, and we
Yeah,
got Daredevil.
and the Punisher.
And we got the Punisher.
The Punisher
So
was
we
dope.
got
Daredevil season
4
1,
good
2, and 3.
series. We got 4 good series, right?
Right.
And when you go to network television now, nobody want to watch Big Bang Theory and Moms and the same stupid show year in year out, year in year out. We need edgy, and the only thing we can get edgy and hardcore and adult theme is on premium paid for subscription service. Well, some people like a friend which shall not be named as Cody. So he's not coming for we shall call him Voldemort. He who should not be named.
All right, what about you, Punisher? What was you saying? Punisher?
Hello?
What was you
Just giving
saying,
her
Punisher? What was
feedback.
you going to say?
Yeah, before I was interrupted.
Your name is not Punisher.
Yeah, she's talking over me too, huh?
Yeah, she just wants to give her she just want to share her thoughts. Let her share her thoughts, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know. For me, as far as these streaming services, man, I think we getting a little too many of them. Like I said, you got HBO Max, you got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got what is it, Amazon Prime, Peacock. I remember, not too long ago, how many people was complaining about how much cable TV was. Everybody talking about cut the cord and all this nonsense, and then they turn around. Now they paying for all these streaming services, spending the same amount of money. Like there's no difference. Even though each one do, provide decent content every once in a while, I just still think it's overwhelming, really. It's just too much.
Almost like
Depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you look at it. I mean, you just gotta say it's about choices now. Because cable was you get all those channels, but you watch 6 or 7 of them. You might get 60 or 70 channels, but watch 6 or 7 channels. Now with this, you get particular shows and programs and say, okay, look, this is the stuff that I like to watch, so I'm gonna pay for this in particular one. And okay, this might have this, but if they don't have nothing to offer for me, I don't have to pay this subscription no more. So it's more like you get the bang for your buck every month instead of having these shows you like I was saying, 60 and 70 channels, but only watch 6 or 7 shows. So with me personally, I always say, the choices is always good that we had an opportunity. But hold up, I ain't think about it. Flip, I ain't hear or did I miss it or something? You gave your opinion about like the Suicide Squad and they coming out with on the HBO Max and they trying to stretch them out. Do you think this opened up Pandora's box or are you all for it as well? You were saying.
Hell yeah, let them do it. Let them do it. Hell yeah. Same thing for the streaming service. Hell yeah, let them do it.
Bust wide open, huh?
Hell yeah, because I got Cody and I'm going to watch all that damn thing on Cody.
Everything gonna get it. Right? That's what's up. Hey, so check this out.
For Cody too.
Hey, this is some fresh out the press. Y'all heard about that the King Kong versus Godzilla movie. It's shout out to Sir X-Man because you know he used to be a big fan of King Kong or Godzilla, and him and Lemon they were big fans of Godzilla. So what y'all hear about this? It get a PG-13. Do y'all think that King Kong versus Godzilla should have got a hard R rating, or do y'all think that PG-13 rating is a pretty standard for a movie like that?
Nah, I should get an R rating. And they should went all out for that one.
You think they should have went all out and went with the
all out R rating, destruction? You know, they ripping each other apart. You know, they should have all out. Like hold nothing back on that one.
Right, Kong biting on Godzilla and ripping some of his
ripping some of his scales off or something.
Yeah.
And she turn around, bite the hell out of him.
Right, and then they actually show the collateral damage. Collateral damage should be some shit they'd be showing like when they actually mush some people and stuff like that. Kong falling off a building and hitting the ground, or knocking over a building, people inside of a building jumping and hitting the ground and stuff like that. They could have had come on like all that type of stuff that they could have had the opportunity.
No, PG-13, you can't do none of that.
Right. That means you got to take half the art and craft they could have been making and
hold on. Stoopy, what are you watching? The Price is Right? Look like Stoopy was watching The Price is Right.
No, I'm looking at the Avengers.
Oh,
I was looking at all the streaming services.
The Price is Right.
I was looking at all the streaming services I have on my TV. Netflix.
Stoopy, you paying for all those, huh? How much?
Hulu, HBO Now, and CBS All Access. So I have CBS, HBO Now, Prime, Hulu, and Netflix. Plus I have Kodi somewhere. I just sometimes can't deal with the buffering. That's why I don't really with Kodi.
Yeah.
The buffering. It can't take the buffering most of the time. Sometimes it buffers too much. But most of them I use a student ID to get. So they're far cheaper.
So Stu, hey, what you think about the King Kong versus Godzilla being PG-13?
I'm an adult. I do not watch PG-13. I do not want to see Kevin Hart in every show.
Kevin Hart? You think Kevin Hart gonna be in there?
John The Rock. I do not want to see Dwayne Johnson.
Oh my God,
dude! And I can bet good money that Kevin Hart or Dwayne Johnson is going to be in the Godzilla versus King
I think
Kong.
Dwayne Johnson was in that other movie, wasn't it? With the overgrown gorilla or something.
Rampage.
That was Rampage.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's going to be Kevin Hart in this one. Once it's
Kevin Hart.
It's going to be Kevin Hart or yeah.
No, they had that girl off of Stranger Things on the last Godzilla movie. The girl that played 7 or 11, whatever her name was.
9, 10, 11, 12. Oh,
yeah.
What you talking about? The song?
Yeah,
so they try to make it. They try to make it gritty. So, but they said it ain't gonna hit the R rate. So you're not a fan of King Kong versus Godzilla being PG-13?
No, not at all.
Nah, me neither. I probably can wait till they hit Cody also.
Yeah, I feel y'all. So what about you, Chaos? I know you got a unique outlook on this situation, especially all the King Kong and Godzilla talk that we've been going through. So what you think about it being PG-13?
I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, it sounds like he just chatted his inner savage.
Well, you won't be able to hear that word on the title. There's no F-bomb in that. There is a shit. It's King Kong. Shit.
He probably hear shit.
He better drop the whole turd on him. But I think it might be.
And he also skipped me for the Suicide Squad too. But you know, it's cool.
Then the point of the Suicide Squad.
Sorry, too late. Damage is done. I'm gonna go in my little dark corner in my dark room and cry a little bit. You know, it's all good.
First of all, you know it ain't no turns. It's just go.
I know, I know. I was just giving you shit,
It,
man.
and I was like, hey, I figured everybody gave their point across. I said, time to go to the next thing.
Yeah, it's all good. Nah, I really didn't have nothing to say anyway, all that much. But yeah, I just wanted to give you shit for it. That's all.
We already talking about the monkeys and the lizards and shit. Somebody was talking
hmm
about pulling lizard tails off and calling it money bags and shit.
Eating crab legs and everything, you know.
Yeah, some more people
Oh my
people
god.
in Florida take the lizards and hang them on their ears.
Yeah, some crazy shit. Yeah.
Oh, so they actually do that out there in Florida.
Oh no, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Florida is crazy, but you know,
I don't know.
you probably see like an alligator tooth or a shark tooth hanging from somebody's ear, but you know.
Yeah, well, the only thing I have left like little topics like the AMC supposed to be shutting down their movie theaters and stuff like that, which we pretty much see that they might not make it through the coronavirus. So that's gonna
Well,
be
I
a
was gonna
I think
say,
that's a good thing. The
AMC too
damn snacks and
expensive.
shit was too
Oh,
high anyway.
I
AMC
don't
is the most
care.
expensive movie theater. A
You gotta
pizza inside
understand,
there
sir.
like 4 slices.
You
That
gotta
add up to one
understand.
slice of pizza is
AMC,
like
American Movie Center, that's owned by the Chinese, so I don't care.
too
uh,
expensive.
They
there
already
is
started
not.
they can send movies, directly
I'm
to the
just
house.
I,
They already
they,
do that.
the
Uh,
Chinese they bought that. They bought that a few years ago. I don't care.
I ain't even know that. Well, I did hear something about that. Well,
Wait, so a
I ain't,
company that has
I ain't
America
saying
in it was bought by a Chinese company?
yeah.
yeah,
That's
It was
funny as
no, it
hell.
was American. No,
so
it,
really, ain't it?
it was originally I forgot my man name that actually made it. It was another company and he turned it to the AMC. And as time went on, his son was messing with it, was going down the family line or whatever. And somehow the Chinese invested in it. That's what they did. They invested in it. And after that, it went to trash.
no, the screen's nice. I'm not saying that lie. The screens are nice. The quality is nice. Right?
Yeah,
Because
no, yeah, we're not saying
It's
that.
only
We're just
nice when it
saying
goes to the
it,
IMAX.
they
yeah.
The
got it
IMAX
and
is
it just
nice.
it sucked. It went downhill.
Yeah, but the snacks too expensive and the drinks
Yeah, the
too
snacks are
expensive.
terrible.
Yeah, and the snacks are
Fucking
terrible.
$25 for a
You
box
got to
of
think about it.
popcorn.
You got to
It's
think about it.
ridiculous.
When the last time you seen somebody actually go to an AMC movie theater?
No, all the
No,
last
there's
time
still
was the
people
movie.
going.
A lot of people go
Yeah.
down here, but
I
the problem
mean,
is that
ain't nothing
Cause,
out of
you
Philly.
Cause it may be
Hey,
the only, but you gotta think
I
about
went to
it.
Dolby
It may
Vision.
be the only movie theater in the area, so they have
no,
to
we
go
have
Right,
to it.
in
Yeah,
my
that's
right,
also a
area.
possibility.
No. In
right.
my area, there's like 5 different movie theaters.
But
There's
that's
even
your
theaters
area.
that there's
In
theaters
my
that you can
area,
even
I
come
only have
and lie
one.
down. It's an AMC.
Yup, yeah.
It's either you go 5 minutes to go to a movie theater that's near me, or you have to go 25 plus minutes to go to a movie theater. Which one are
No,
you taking?
we got a lot of them in my area, and no one's still going to them. Where Mo at? Mo still in the comment section? Tell them. There's a lot of AMC movie theater in Philly. No one cares about it.
Mhm.
Because they're expensive.
Yeah,
You might
because
be
you out
right.
there stealing
You
everybody
might be right. I believe
COVID.
that.
That's why.
I believe that. I believe that.
Because the last time I went, the tickets were $17.50 each. So it was like $34. And then when you buy the popcorn and the drinks, we bought one big popcorn and a drink, so it's like $25.
The
So
last time I went to a movie
so
theater was to see Infinity War, and I can't even tell you the last time I went to a theater before that.
so we spent close to honestly we spent close to almost $60 just to watch a movie, and it
I don't
wasn't
even
dinner.
think that. I don't even think they got um iMac in their movie theater, and it's cost that much.
Yeah, but that's about right. That's about right. Cause then it depends on what you're going to see it in, because
Mhm.
me, I'm always going to watch everything in Dolby Vision.
Honestly, that's the only movie theater that I would actually drive far and go to is an IMAX movie theater. That's the only one. That's really the only movie theater that I really like is an IMAX theater. All the other movie theaters can really go straight to hell, but I
Yeah,
always enjoy the IMAX theater.
but most of the
Always.
Goddamn.
AMC, most of the AMC are Dolby Vision. The screen's nice, that's the thing, but they're expensive.
IMAX are better.
I know that, but IMAX is out of it.
God.
There's a few IMAX
Mhm.
up. There's not a lot of IMAX
Yeah, that's
around.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
have to
out of the
drive
game.
like 40 to 45 minutes just to go to one,
Uh,
but it's worth
and
the wait.
Yeah.
and
Hey, so hey, what about this here? I know that y'all talking about worth the wait, and all this other stuff. But y'all know we have our weekly show that we've been talking about, just because it's hot off the press and it's actually shockingly good. So we talked about the first episode of Stargirl. I want to know that it was with this show was able to keep its momentum going. So Chaos, you had the opportunity to watch any episodes after the first one to see if it kept its momentum from how good it was on the first episode to your expectation.
Second and third episode, especially third episode, was great, and they also took the page out of Marvel, which I really didn't expect on the third episode.
How would you mean they
But
took a page out of Marvel?
all right,
Please do tell.
you started the trend of how Marvel started the trend of uh basically making their villains relatable.
Yeah.
Like you can they did that really good. I mean, they did that really good in the third episode when with Icicle. You kind of it's like you it's
Understand
kind
why he did what he did.
yeah, you understand why he's doing what he's doing, and it's like it kind of hit home. And then the last two, and then like that third episode really started to like really hit home because like you starting to see like these people have families, the villains do, and you seen why Isaac did what he did, and then you see the old dude that's running for mayor, you know, and his son, and you see how and you know how Icicle when he was fighting Stargirl and Stripe, and how he accidentally killed old boy's son, and he had to end up killing the father too. It like that stuff really kind of hit hard for most people because I was
Did
seeing on
was
Twitter
it,
people.
was it an accident? Was it
Hmm?
really an accident that
It
he
was,
accidentally killed old boy's son?
yeah.
I don't know, man. It looked
I
like
think
he
he
meant to
did.
do it.
I don't know, man. The end part, yeah, but the school bus, he didn't know who was on that, but he didn't know who was there, who was all in that bus. But it, I liked how it did. I like how it hit home. The only thing that really kills me is Stargirl herself. Not when she's actually Stargirl, but when she's actually I forgot
No.
her actual name, but that her as a character still kind of seems a little cringy to me.
Well,
I think they're trying to play that.
you know she the reason why the boy that got killed, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's why I was that's why I mean that she's kind of a little cringy in that also regard. That's part of the reason why I think she is, because she was also part of the reason. If she would have just stayed her ass at that family dinner and be happy, none of that stuff would have happened.
But she had to do the typical thing, huh?
Yeah, they kind of play into that rebellious teen a little too much, and it's kind of killing it. They need to tone it down a bit.
Yeah. I kind of.
Yeah.
Well, you heard what old boy said at the end. He said, "No, you don't go nowhere until I say so." Nowhere. He
Mhm.
meant that joint. She still didn't listen. She grabbed
Exactly.
all their those magical objects. I'm like,
Mhm.
why? Why is this girl
Exactly.
so rebellious?
and
Yeah,
it's really it kills you.
Starman, yeah, that really is her father because she got a locket of him, and that is her father.
Nah, you missed the part. You missed the start.
What part?
Stardew doesn't have Stardew isn't her father. It's the other dude. Wildcat. Wildcat's her father.
You sure? Because I thought it was the locket that he opened. Remember when she opened up the locket? I could have sworn the locket that she had. Go back and watch the picture when she had that locket. And
No, but here was the thing that he mentioned though. He mentioned something. Striped. He mentioned something with Wildcat. He was like, "Oh, he mentioned something about like a pendant or a locket," and he never really he never really went back to it on mentioning it. So I was like, wait a minute, locket pendant, she has one. So you put two and two together.
No, that's what I'm saying. She showed you what her dad looked like in that locket. It was Starman in there.
I think that's Wildcat.
Yeah, no, go back and look at that picture. I'm like, wait a minute. Because I kept looking at that door.
Because if she would have said, because she would have been easily able to be like, oh wait, that's my dad. That looks just like the dude in the locket. She would say that.
You know what, Mike? I don't know, man.
But when he said,
you know what I don't understand. You know what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why? Well, if that's the case, then why didn't she just show him the picture? All she had to do was show him the locket in the beginning.
Writers, but
she showed him the locket in the beginning.
Oh yeah, she did.
No, not to him though. She didn't show it to him. He didn't. He still didn't see the locket. Yeah, she still didn't see it.
When it was downstairs, he was going through the stuff.
Remember, Flip.
She ain't showed the picture.
Flip.
First episode.
Flip. Rewatch that scene when they went into the Justice Society's headquarters, and when he was talking about Wildcat and how he said something about a pendant or something, and he said something and then didn't really elaborate on it further. You was like, wait a minute, she got something on Christmas. Yeah, I hear that Darth Vader breathing.
I'm watching the trailer for Stargirl. I've never seen it before. This is Buffy. Yeah. This is Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, watered down.
Yeah.
Garbage.
That's bad.
Check, we just end on that one, yo. I'm done. You did end on that one. I'm done.
This is a watered down version of Xena Warrior Princess. She's too kid. It should name Star Kid, not Star Girl.
Well, it is a girl.
Well, she is a girl.
It ain't like she's Star Woman.
Star Kid. She should look like a 13-year-old. Although she look older.
I know
15,
she do. She do look young.
Yeah, she looks 13 with this midriff outfit. Nobody wants to see a 13-year-old neighbor. That's what little boys want to jerk off.
But she's older than that, though. You know, in real life, she's older than that.
Yeah, she's older.
In real life, I think she's.
But how old is she in the show?
I don't know how old she's supposed to be. About what 15, 16?
Yeah.
But in real life, she's 19. And in real life, she's 19.
Her belly button is showing. Nobody wants to see a 13-year-old belly button.
Well, was she 19 though? So. All right, I don't mind it.
Yo, Chuck, in the show.
It's a pedo show. If you're an adult man watching the show,
I'm done. I can't do this. I'm done. Oh my God!
Hold up, Flip. Did you catch that they said a brief name?
Who name? Like I don't really know all that much. I know the comic book, but not like that. I don't really know all the ins and out of a comic book. I just know of her and stuff, but you know, not all fluently.
I'm looking at the trailer now.
Because it came out, Stargirl came out when, like in 2000?
Something like that.
It's a new comic. It's a watered down
Yeah,
version
it
of
is. It's still new. That comic book is still new.
Buffy
They
the
got with the
Vampire
Justice
Slayer.
Society in there.
hmm
Yeah, that's the only thing. But no, that's actually part of the comic book, John. Because I think she is on. Oh my God, where Earth is she on? Earth 2?
Too. Yeah.
I think she's on Earth 2. Cause that's the Earth the Justice Society is on Earth 2.
But look, they put Solomon and Grundy in there. They have some good,
That's what
some
I
good
like.
Ain't gonna lie.
villains.
Yeah.
They have some good villains in there, right? But this little girl with her belly button showing,
The
no,
students can't
That's
see
no,
it.
past that belly
her
button, man.
too. No, I don't. You understand?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a lot of good shit in there, but yeah, you just
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then in our town, there's no black people in our town.
Yeah.
she live in a,
Big bucket
she live
out.
in White
Big
Land.
bucket out.
There's no black people in our town. That's a major L for me.
I'm home.
Hey,
I'm done.
should have put a Mortal Kombat on it and finished it. So,
I'm done.
Flip.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to
Hey,
check that out again, yo.
Hey, Flip.
Huh?
Hey, so do you think for the first episode to the second and third episode it still hold the same momentum? In your
Yeah,
opinion?
I don't got nothing wrong. It's all right to me. I take it for what it is.
It's for
I
kids.
take it for what it
Oh,
was.
sorry, they have two black. They have a black. Who's the little black guy in the green outfit?
Yeah, it
who
is
is
black people in there
Who's
still.
the black guy in the
Yeah.
green outfit? What's
A
his
random,
superpower?
a random.
I think the black chick.
I
I think
have
the
a
black
poster
chick
there.
in there. I think the black chick is supposed to be
She
one of
gonna
them too.
the
Yeah,
black
black
she
chick.
she
Yeah.
tip, what she doing is she taking all them items and she gonna all the items and weapons and stuff like that and she gonna give it to her friends and shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that
the
black
ones
chick's
that's
gonna be one of the
misfits right there.
superheroes.
The ones that's sitting at the table eating. The little misfits.
Oh chick, you remember the one where they were slut on her locker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be Wildcat.
So hold on. Her power is a staff. She has power without the
hmm
staff, or her power is based on
No,
the
she
staff.
don't have her power. Her best power without the staff is basically her human agility.
That's it. She's
That's
the
She
it.
has no.
gymnastic.
She
She's the
has no
gymnastic.
Yeah,
power without the staff, right?
Yeah.
yeah, no power.
But yeah.
Oh, we about to have that conversation again. The power.
So
Do we like keep characters with powers who come from no weapons?
so what happened? She can call the staff to her like Thor hammer. She hold out her hand and the
Yeah,
staff
she
come
can.
to her.
She
Hey, the
Yeah,
can,
she
but
can.
is alive though.
she can,
Yeah.
but she can't control it yet.
Yeah, she can't
Yeah.
control it.
Because when she was fighting not Icicle, Brainwave, and when she got pinned down and she was trying to get the staff, she could have easily called it to her, but she didn't know how to do it.
Yeah. Well, let's leave the Star Girl for that one, and we're gonna continue this one here next week because we didn't hit that 2 hour mark. So
Oh yeah, we did. Dang, we sure did. All right, never
yeah,
mind. We can leave the other topic for another day.
yeah, we'll
Anything else?
bring more. Yeah, but
That's
everybody,
okay.
anybody got anything to say before we get up out of here?
Yeah. I like to thank Flip co-host Flip Baby for giving her thoughts. She was a good podcast member tonight. Keep on doing what you do. Don't be
That's
oppressed.
baby Cody.
Mm-hmm.
First member of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all be cool, be safe, and all the other good stuff, and be easy and keep y'all heads up.
And remember, if the movie is disappointing, buy the comics.
Damn, words from the wild.